looking at an industry which is certainly led you going through change. Can you either speculate or fantasize about what change you'd like to see for book publishing to continue? I mean, it will continue, but how would you like the apple cart to be upset, and what do you think is possible?
Sure. Okay, so as far as publishing changing, there are a few things that I suspect we'll see happen. What I'd like to see happen is for publicists to work on fewer books each, because they can't currently. There are actually a lot of smart publicists out there, but how on earth are you going to promote 15 books at the same time? You cannot do what I did, splitting your attention 15 books. It's impossible. But I know that's not going to happen. So I think a number of things are going to happen. Self-publishing will become more and more viable. No big surprise there. I suspect in a 2 to 3 year period, that will be within a 1 year, 18-month period. I think that'll be viable for people who have one success, even moderate success. Within 3 to 4 years, I think that will become much more typical. Jim Collins is a very interesting example currently with his self-publishing. Jim Collins can get rid of whatever he wants, though. So I don't think that that's good comparable. But if you look at my book sales, it started off about 70-30 online offline. That's because the distribution was very incomplete initially via retail. Once that was fixed, you saw a shift to about 60, I would say 60-40, 60% retail, 40% online. That has since rebalanced, and I would say the majority of my sales online through Amazon. And I think that that trend will continue. I suspect that with the next book, so I have an updated and expanded edition of the book coming out in around Christmas time, probably, which has 60, 70 pages of user case studies, templates, and so forth, which was all crowdsourced through my blog, by the way. So I wanted you to be the editor of the New York Times bestseller, and Uncle Sam pointing to the crowd. We got 500 pages of submissions. So that was unexpected, but a good thing. I'd say those are my only real predictions. I wish there are 2 things. I think it's bad news for publishers who are slow to adapt, and it's good news for creative professionals who are willing to embrace the wild west of online media, print media, visual media, and social media. There's never been, in my opinion, a better time to reinvent yourself than right now. There's so many opportunities. If you look at, unfortunately, and I want to congratulate Gary Vee on his new baby girl, but Gary really capitalized online, and there's so many opportunities to do that for hundreds of niches, and no one has touched most of them. And there's opportunities sitting there, but the longer you try to hold on to what you have, the longer you try to polish the brass on the Titanic, the worse off you're going to be. But there are a lot of opportunities. I'm letting these guys kind of manage their questions. I'm sorry. I'll be right back.
Douglas Warshaw, First Person Communications. I've recently been looking, I'm seeing a lot of anecdotal evidence and case studies like yourself in terms of social media. From my clients, a lot of them say, look, I want quantifiable examples and data of the growth of social networking and how companies are using it. Have you seen this? I mean, I haven't really seen many studies. I mean, I've gone looking for graphs and charts on the growth of social networking, and I have not been able to find much data.
If you look for empirical data to support the growth of social networks, you can go to compute.com. So there are a number of ways to look at traffic data. Alexa is one of the less reliable, but it is used quite often. So you can look at Alexa, compute.com, podcast. Those would be 3. And I mean, if you show them the graph, and they're like, I still don't buy it, then that sounds like a difficult customer. But those would probably be the data points that I would look at. I know WordPress, I'm sure, 6 apart and Typepad and so forth track also the number of blog posts, the number of pages being created per minute, per day, per month, and all of those are just obviously. just show them the traffic numbers for Twitter. So here you go. Side note, if people are interested in looking at the frequency of turns on Twitter, you can go to tweetvolume.com, which is a fun tool. And it really illustrates something that is worth keeping in mind, and that is the data you gather only applies to the population that you gather it from. Right? So if you search, as an example, for the following terms on tweet volume, you find that I have more brand mentions than Nike. Jesus beats me, to be expected. And then the iPhone just crushes Jesus. So now, is that representative of worldwide feelings? No. But on Twitter, it certainly is.
Hey, Tim.
Yes.
Hey, Tim. Keith McAllister from Reuters.com. First of all, thank you very much for your presentation. You're a very impressive guy, and I'm in awe of your energy. My question is about revenue. Can you talk about how you monetize all of your activities, as much detail as you're comfortable sharing?
Sure.
And if you could include cost of acquisition on the book sales, which I would assume is your top piece.
Yeah, the cost per acquisition, so I'll answer that in reverse order. The cost per acquisition on book sales, I couldn't tell you, just because my margins aren't sufficient on the book to make it worth my time to look at the cost per acquisition on that. But the cost per acquisition goes down over time if you produce evergreen content. I do not write, generally speaking, topical content. So when I write a post, I want to write a post that will increase in value over time with Google. So my cost per acquisition actually goes down over time. As far as monetizing, there are many different reasons to blog, and we get into a fairly substantial philosophical debate. But income is one currency, and you trade income, i.e. cash, for certain things, generally possession or experience. I use the blog for access to people and resources. There are many other reasons I do it. I actually enjoy it, and I love learning as much as I do through the blog. But it gives me access to people and resources, and 9 times out of 10, I don't have to pay for them. So I think it's valuable to think of direct and indirect income, or direct, indirect compensation, if you will. So if you look at the blog, there are no ads. There are a couple of Amazon links here and there when it makes sense to use Amazon for the link. So you could say there's no direct income, but almost every speaking engagement that I get comes from someone who has been in the blog. So if you look at that, I charge a lot. I'm actually here because I was interested in the audience. I tend to do either free events, which is getting tougher and tougher to convince me to do, or I do in higher, let's see, I guess 5 figures per speaking engagement. So I don't need to get many of those to make the blog worth my time. Even if I didn't have those, I would keep the blog. And I've had conversations with friends, and I've been like, how much would it take for you to buy your blog? $1 million, $2 million, $3 million. No. The leverage that I get with my blog, the Archimedes lever that I can use it for to get almost anything, get to almost anyone, is mind-blowing. It is amazing. That is a fairly long answer to a short question. But there are many ways to get what you want, whether that's experience or possession, without necessarily generating income directly. But I do track all that stuff. And so far, the balance has been very, very heavily favored in terms of profit. I'll be around, guys. Thanks very much.